Good morning, church. Today we're on Psalm 55. In verse 1, David writes, "Give ear to my prayer, O God, and hide not yourself from my plea for mercy." David is at a point in life where he feels like God is hiding from him, where God is distant from him. And we can have times in our lives that we feel the same way, where God feels very distant and far off. But like David, we can go to God and trust him even when we don't feel God's nearness. And then in verse 6 through 8, David writes, "And I say, oh, that I had wings like a dove. I would fly away and be at rest. Yes, I would wander far away. I would lodge in the wilderness. I would hurry to find a shelter from the raging wind and tempest." And like David, we can have moments in life where maybe life seems really hard and heavy at the moment, and we just want to escape from it all. Now, let's look at verse 16 through 17. David writes, "But I call to God, and the Lord will save me. Evening and morning and at noon I utter my complaint and moan, and he hears my voice." We see here that David is praying and practicing the presence of God throughout the day, and we can do that as well. It is great to have a set time where we spend time with the Lord, but also continuing to connect with God and go to him in prayer throughout the day. The last verse I want to highlight is verse 22. It says, "Cast your burden on the Lord, and he will sustain you. He will never permit the righteous to be moved." This is a good reminder that God doesn't promise to always remove burdens and difficulties and trials from our life, but he does sustain us in the trials. God's presence is with us in the storms of life. Hope you enjoy Psalm 55 today.